Hello, everyone, and welcome to the You Don't Have to Write podcast episode. Who knows? Who cares? The guy who keeps track of all that stuff is gone. I'm Rage Cuppy, also known as Aaron, and this is no one. There's actually a Riz over there, but there's no one with me today. I'm going to do this all by myself. That's fine. I haven't started the stage, and that's fine because I've started the recording, so I don't care. Welcome to this cold open of stuff. We're here now today. I've been in this new place for about a week. The long-awaited move has happened. Several people have seen me already here. Welcome. It's not done yet. There's lots of blank walls, but at least it's a place. Jodo isn't here today. Also known as Wesley isn't here because he went on his trip. He left last night. The awaited Gen Con, I believe it is, down in Vegas. He left on the plane last night. I think his minis were in a seat next to him. I think they literally bought an extra seat for their minis. Yeah, that's funny to me. I'm not sure if that's true. I'm sure I'll be told that's slandered later, but I don't care. This is a podcast where I don't have to be right on, and so get wrecked, kids. We're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about a lot of weird things. A lot of stuff that just pops into my head. Probably going to be some D&D, so that's going to be boring. There's no banter here today. It'll probably be also a shorter podcast, but I think I'm cool enough to do it. I don't care. First thing I want to talk about is Gnorp. Stupid minigame. It's not a minigame. Idle game. I found it last night. I didn't find it. Dwarf found it a couple days ago, and it's been out for a while since like 2023, but it's funny. And it's an idle game that has trees and stuff in it. It's quite fun. It's honestly barely an idle game. It's got quite a stuff to do. It's basically, you hit a rock. That's what makes it an idle game. I love idle games. Do you like idle games? I don't know. Someone in the chat just posted a barely pixelated thing of it. It's very funny. Gorp is the thing where basically you're trying to break a rock open and it gives you shards and you make a culture around it. That's all. No one cares though, because as date of recording 319, Stardew Valley's 1.6 patch came out about, I don't know, an hour or two ago. Everyone's playing that. I looked at the changelog for it. That's a lot. I was thinking we can look at the changelog on the podcast. No, we can't. It's huge. It fixes a lot of things. It does a lot. If you're a Stardew Valley fan, just the basics of it. Adds a new farm, adds a couple more events, and adds a bunch of endgame stuff. Yeah, that's wild. Absolutely. I'm shocked anyone in my normal community is watching this. Looks at the person who just said, "You're lucky I'm here." You're right, I am. I'm gonna just monologue. If you like Stardew Valley, it's apparently gonna be a very good update for Endgame, which is good. I'm glad, because honestly, in my only solo playthrough of it I've ever done, I thought after the second year it got kind of boring. I was on the end of the second year. I was like, well, I don't know what else I'm gonna do after this besides just try to go for a thing called perfection. So it looks like it adds more to the game, which is cool. If you're a fan of his new game that he's gonna make called Chocolatier, it's never coming out. He's just going to work on Stardew Valley for the rest of his life. I'm kidding. He'll probably get that out someday. But you know, if you have a baby, you're going to keep working on it. Stardew Valley is definitely that guy's baby. It's good for him. But yeah, that's Stardew Valley. I don't know. It's great. I love it. If you ask why I'm doing a podcast solo, honestly, by the way, I'm doing it because if I didn't do a podcast solo, we'd have no podcast for like 3 weeks. So we're doing a podcast solo, and I don't care because we need to do a podcast. We need to keep this going because you know what? This whole podcast, I don't feel right. Just so you know, some hints. I'm gonna probably randomly spew lines that don't make any sense. If they don't make any sense, it's because I want to tell Jodo those questions later. That's my whole idea. This whole podcast is not gonna make sense. I'm gonna make Jodo read it. Oh. This is what's going to happen next week, by the way. This is a spoiler for everyone else. Not next week. Next time Joe's on the podcast, I'm going to quiz him from this podcast. I'm going to ask him questions from this podcast. I'm going to ask him what I talked about, and he's going to get them all wrong. And so one time, and it's purely for the point that I can have a game show that he doesn't know the answers to instead of the other way around. I'm going to ask him if he knows when the Gorp is, and he'll say no. And I'll go, you should have known. Get wrecked, buddy. You're bad. Why am I doing this? This is wild. Hit him with the deep gorp lore. Yeah. Hit him with the gorp lore. Gorp lore. Luckily I'm very happy that there isn't gonna be more downtime with moving. I think Jodo moved out of the old place yesterday. Not yesterday. Well, maybe last weekend. So there will be no more Jodo at the old place. We're not officially out of that place. We are gonna go. We technically have till April 12th. We're going on the first week in April to go clean it. I'm gonna try to go in a couple days to grab the rest of our few miscellaneous items we have there, so we can just get rid of stuff. Yeah, that's about it. That old place is gone and dusted. Old place had a lot of good memories with Jodo. I also knows Wesley. I don't know why I'm calling him Jodo so much today. But had a lot of bad memories too. Glad we're out of there. I can tell my brain though. Last week it didn't really happen because of me. Just so y'all know, my brain was freaking out because I didn't have a place to live. But I can tell we're starting to get adapted here, as I fear leaving this place now. Isn't that great? Isn't it great when your phobias decide, yeah, this is a home? You could have agoraphobia now everywhere else but here. There you go. Congratulations. It's awful for our audio podcast listeners. I'm shaking my head in disgust and I hate it. So, whatever. It's a step. Hopefully with this house is clean kind of nonsense, I'll be able to work my way out. There's lots of places to walk around here. So I'll be walking. I'm planning to do maybe some once I get my strength up and stuff, endurance up, we're going to be doing a little bit of walking stuff. So on my personal content, you might be able to see that in a couple weeks. I just got to get moving first. Otherwise, the first couple walk-in talks, I'm going to call them, are going to be, okay, all right, guys. So we've walked about 10 feet and I'm exhausted. So I got a couple like mic plugins, so it won't show a lot of breathing. But that's my point. I kind of, I don't know if it's because we're on the new place, but my goal is to become a little bit more not round. I am round. For those who don't know, who only watch this podcast, no one just watches this podcast. I am a round boy. We are trying to change that. That's a question for Joe. What did I call myself in the podcast that you weren't here on? Hold on, I'm writing this down. What did I call myself? Answer, round boy. You're a round boy. I'm a round boy. Did you know that? So yeah. Yeah, but that's just kind of updates. Let's update the podcast. Don't worry, we're gonna keep doing this. I'm pretty sure. I think me and Joe are gonna have to actually work on our communication a little bit, as we are not in the same house anymore. So it's not easy. It's not as easy as just like, you're good tomorrow? Good tomorrow. All right, see you tomorrow. See you 6 more times a day, and then see you tomorrow. So that's an interesting thing. But yeah, things that happened the past couple weeks that are really matter to me, and this podcast of me rambling for who knows how long until I feel like stopping. It's about like 10 days ago now, but Rooster Teeth shut down. And a lot of people have been talking about Rooster Teeth. If you don't know who Rooster Teeth is, they're the people who made Red vs. Blue. They made Ruby. They made a bunch of Achievement Hunter and stuff like that. They shut down, and their podcast network's gonna be up. But a lot of people lost their job in entertainment, and I feel sad because Red vs. Blue was probably my first real internet content I ever watched. It was funny, and I was one of the big mega fans of Rooster Teeth until about 4 or 5 years ago, and like probably the first wave of fall offs, when they had like their first big kind of scandal, and I was like, this is dumb, and I stopped watching it. But I still watch The People. It's been great actually, because because of Rooster Teeth's closing, I've rediscovered some, the people who left, some of their content they made when they left, and it's very good. I don't know. I support the people, not the company, which is good. So that was the whole point of me supporting the company back in the day, was to support the creators behind it, which I apparently wasn't really probably doing, as one of the scandals in the day was they were overworked and underpaid. Don't you love it when corporations buy internet companies? It's the best. Smiles. But that wasn't Rooster Teeth's only downfall. If you don't know what Rooster Teeth is, there are a bunch of YouTube channels, including Rooster Teeth. Or at least they were. But it's all right. they're gone. I don't know, man. I'm just rambling. I don't have like the sound. I should find a YouTube video that just has the sound of Minecraft breaking blocks in the background as I'm talking.
Load up a super flat sand.
Load up a super flat sand world. That is what I should do. I'm not gonna do that, but that's totally what I should do. Maybe next week we'll just have ASMR cup, an hour of Rage Cuppy digging sand. It's just what it should be. Yeah, I know, but yeah, Fuckface podcast. Yeah, I thought about watching the Fuckface podcast, but I just haven't. I don't know. I haven't found it yet. I watched a lot of ex Rooster Teeth employee content. Like I watched a lot of Jeremy Dooley. I watch a lot of I've been watching a lot of Ray again because I was a big Achievement Hunter fan. If people wonder, if people say, a lot of people say like watching Hermitcraft is what got them into Minecraft. A lot of people stuff like that. Fuckface actually shouldn't be dead because that's part of the podcast network, which is still up. So you should still be able to watch it. But no. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Tangent over. The a lot of people like say Hermitcraft was what got me into Minecraft. There's like everyone has streamers, but I Rooster Teeth Closing was what reminded me. It was really Achievement Hunter that got me into Minecraft because I forgot. I played Minecraft on a laptop for a while because I had a laptop going to college / end of high school. I played on the PC, but I didn't really have a PC at the time. So I actually played Minecraft on the Xbox when it once it released and was on the Xbox. I played on that on the 360. And so they were playing on the 360. So it was like the only content creators playing on the 360. And so I watched them play Minecraft and did stupid shit stuff like they did. And when they kind of stopped playing Minecraft, I stopped playing Minecraft. And because, I'm a dumb college kid and I'm like, I'm going to play League of Legends. Oh boy. And Call of Duty and stop playing Minecraft. Should never have stopped playing Minecraft. Minecraft's bae. He says that he's not currently playing Minecraft right now. That's not true, actually. Me and Riz started a little land super flat world. We were playing on it. We might stream that sometime just to show that fun. But we're getting all the early grind out. We gotta play that more. Maybe we'll do that tonight. No, we won't, because tonight's Pathfinder, and I have a busy schedule. Super nervous about that, by the way. I know my players here. Hold on, let's check. Nope, no, I'm here. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. No idea. I have like an overall story, but it's open-ended. They're gonna go where they want. They fought a big boss. Now we're fucking figuring out what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. I'm just a cup. So I'm just gonna ad-lib everything. I got a list of NPC names that I like, and I got a list of some mobs I can use, and that's it. That's good. We're gonna make it until I can get them to where the story back is. Or where the story will be. I have like 3 options I can go. Yeah, so it'll be fine. They'll figure it out. They just have to go in a direction. Hopefully they won't roll a bunch of low dice. I was watching content the other day. I found a YouTube short of it's like back in the day there was like a bunch of guys who did like PUBG shoot like live action versions of like what happens, like the active reloader shorts and stuff. I found those guys again. Apparently they're in D&D content now. And it's a DM walking around the notebook and everyone all dressed up and stuff. And it's a guy holding a ladder. And like they're like, so there's no way you can get up this wall, right? And the guy holding the ladder is like, nope, not that I know of. He's like, why don't you roll an investigation check? He hasn't rolled a bunch of checks and he rolls really low. And he goes, I guess there's no way for you to get up the wall. Because it's just what happens in D&D. Characters forget they have stuff in their inventory all the time. Looking at you, everyone on my campaign. Looking at you, which is fine. It's fine. Half the thing of storytelling is if the characters don't remember it, it wasn't that important. Spoiler alert, it can be and will be that important. And you should 100% make it in your inventory. Otherwise, everything will be bad. And it'll be all over. No, I'm just kidding. I'm wild. I am. This is definitely going to be the most rambly podcast ever. And that's just because it's just me talking. And I have nothing else I want to talk about. I don't know. I literally put like 3 place things I want to talk about. And I talked about them under 20 minutes. So now we're all ad-libbing. And that's great. That's a Monka S. Since we were talking about Minecraft, though, we talk about Minecraft after like 15 years got a new weapon. It's called a mace. Oh boy, it's in testing right now. It's actually got some interesting mechanics behind it. You can't, if you cared about Minecraft, you can't enchant it, but you can. It does do more damage the more you fall before you hit a block. So you can do a big hammer daddy falls. It's kind of wild. Makes me want to play Minecraft and actually play it again when this new update comes out with all the other stuff they're doing. If you've been living on a rock, Minecraft has a bunch of new updates. I'm talking about Minecraft because I'm a Minecraft streamer. I'm not. I am. I'm a world famous Minecraft streamer. I have many people who watch me. This podcast has never seen the light of day. I don't care. We'll go 3 weeks for that. We'll call this a fireside chat with Guppy. We just won't upload it to the Spotify. I don't care. So what's happened with Minecraft is essentially there's a new mace. There's a new like dungeon type thing. I forget what's called, like treasure or something. Treasure vaults. Where basically you can go around and kill things and get dungeon keys. You open up little treasure things and you get stuff. It's Vault Hunters, but vanilla Minecraft and like different. But that being said, it's cool. Like Wigo says, Minecraft has a whole studio team working on it, and it still doesn't have as much new content as a solo developer does. True. That's because this big studio has to work in Java. Java sucks. No, I don't want to blame it fully on that. It's because they have to work on things in the background, like how to monetize everything. How do you make mods come to Bedrock? Well, you make them monetizable, just like we did with Skyrim. That was Microsoft that did that, but it's definitely what feels like they're doing. That's one of the things they're doing add-on type stuff for Minecraft, EXE I call it, but it's Windows, not Microsoft, not Java edition. So that's going to be basically a way for them to add money to it and probably monetize mods, which is, as long as mod makers make money, I don't care. It's fine. But keep that stuff on your little Microsoft store over there. Don't bring it over to Java. Another thing is, I think I understand what you're saying about single developer doing more than the whole team, and you're totally right. But also, like, they've been doing so much optimization lately. They've got a couple big Minecraft modders that mod the heck out of Minecraft to make it run better. They stole them and they hired them. So that's happening a lot. Like every patch now has huge optimizations in it. And so when I think they start, they get to the point where all the optimizations are done in Minecraft, that they'll maybe, I hope there'll be just a yard sale of like content coming out. I hate the mob vote. If you show you have three, like especially with the armadillo, right? The armadillo came out 2 weeks, like 2 to 3 weeks after the Minecraft vote happened. If you're that close to completion on 3 mobs that you can pump it out in 2 weeks, why don't you just have all 3 mobs come out? Why not? Why don't you do that? It doesn't make any sense. Just have all 3 come out. Don't make me vote, and don't make the Minecraft community rip itself apart. That's stupid. You shouldn't do that. You're a terrible company for doing that. Just have all the mobs come out. You horrible people. I'm actually getting angry. No, but it's dumb. You make children yell at each other on the internet, and some of them are fueled by adults. That's the worst part. Like it's content creators going wild. And then all their 12-year-old armies getting upset. just put them in. Yeah, that's the other thing, is if they actually developed it this far, it's just a waste of a developer's time. But I don't care, man. They'll put them in later or something. I don't know. It's fine. Everything's fine, okay? Minecraft's a great game. It is. I love it. Yeah, we're bitching about a lot of things right now, chat, and people in the chat, aka Schism, and one of 3 best podcast support. If you want to join our support this podcast, you can go to our patreon.com / you don't have to be right, and yeah, and then you do it. But bro, if you want to talk about me digging holes, right? I want to dig a hole, but I want to put a mod in Minecraft that makes it if I have a netherite pickaxe, I can insta mine deep slate. If is that okay? Like, can I suggest that for my SMP? It's my SMP, right? I can do what I want. You know? Let's insta mine some deep slate. I don't care. We'll go in there. We'll modify the hardness of deep slate to be because technically netherite pickaxe like why wouldn't they? I swear when they were making netherite, like we're gonna bring netherite out, and then we're gonna bring this deep slate out, and then you have to get a netherite pick to actually insta mine it. It'll be great. And then some like other person at a board's like, no, we should make it so you can't insta mine deep slate because you know that's kind of overpowered. What? I'm still holding out hope that in their development line somewhere they have an idea to make another portal to somewhere else that will give us better stuff, and then we can insta mine deep slate. That's my hope. That's my hope. You might be right that they didn't think about it because deep slate did come after the netherite pick, but I'm hopeful that they have a plan. I don't think they have a plan, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that they're not just, you know, spitfiring updates one after another because they have no idea what to do next, and they don't just like, we should just, you know, do what people want and make like a cool portal in the ancient cities you have that's so obviously like a portal, but like we ran out of development time, so we weren't able to put the portal world in. Like literally you have broken discs that you have us collect that sounds like a portal whooshing sound. What? I can, you know what? The great thing about this podcast, I don't have to be fucking right. It's a goddamn portal. And they just decided, no, it's not a portal. It's some ancient square. Because apparently Elder, whatever the fuck's down there, blind dudes worshipped rectangles. As everyone in the Minecraft lore does. Because everything's a fucking block. I am irate right now. I have never been more angry about Minecraft in my life. This is wild. I think that A, mob vote dumb. B, it's a fucking portal that they ran out of time and didn't make. C, make deep slate mineable, or you will literally insta mineable, or you literally ruin the game for everyone. Oh, you already did. There it is. Otherwise, you know what we should do? We should be using deep. At this point, they also they made diamonds a lot more like, and they're everywhere. Fucking everywhere now. So you've made basically, why don't we use deep slate as a currency instead of you know, diamonds? you know, and that's what it is. You know, deep slate. It's hard to mine the diamonds. Just make it a currency. Why not? I can find more diamonds than deep. That's not true at all. Deep slate's all over the place. But you know, I don't care. I really just hate deep slate. It really ruined. Like I was so excited. They were raising and lowering the, like they were making it so you could build higher and dig deeper. The caves were gonna be. It was so cliffs and caves update. It was gonna be so cool. And then they fucking ruined it with deep slate. I'm mad at it. It's been like 3 years. Get over it, old man. It's not. There's more than just zombies and grass and oak logs now. I played Minecraft in beta when there wasn't redstone. What are creepers? The zombies and I remember when horses were released. That was cool. Liked horses. Now they got wind rods and wind charges and blazes and blazes and what just happened to all the vanilla ice cream? What's all this? Oh my god, that's actually an emote. So someone literally just has an old man yelling at a Minecraft block. Is that a Yara emote? I'm so proud of you, Yara. Yara, this episode's definitely you. If you don't know who Yara Wizard is, go look them up on YouTube. They make a lot of good content. That's perfect. That I love that. I need to take that. I'll just remove the wizard hats.
Updated to deep.
Yeah, just make it a deep slate block. I hate deep slate. It looks beautiful though. It's fun to build with. I'm also really excited in the new update. Moving on, I'm excited in the new update. There's a bunch of new tough blocks. That's fun. I like that. They look nice. I just went wild on deep slate blocks. I'm so sorry, everyone who's listening to the podcast. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to me. I feel so much better now. I hope you guys feel better. Oh man, if you, I feel great. Um, in the end, just play Minecraft. It's fun. I don't have to go below Y0. I can just stay above Y0, insta mine everything. It's fun. It's fine. Oh boy. Also, I played a game called Dredge. I don't think I'm done with it. I don't know. I've hit some endings, but it was a chill fishing game till it wasn't, and it's a lot of fun. I wish it was longer, but not all good things need to be long in length. It was if it went longer, I feel like it's would have been spookier. I feel like there's more I can do in the game because I got to catch all the fish, do all the quests, and do all the stuff like that. But if they had they had made it longer, the game named Dredge, it could have lost some of its wonder, you know? Sometimes you can't have too much of a good thing. But you know, I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing. I am a cup. This is a podcast. We are gonna start saying pog. Back in the day when I basically played Minecraft, digging holes and talked, I would just have thoughts, and sometimes you run out of thoughts, so you just say pog. And that's how the pogging happened. So if I, instead of saying I literally would say pog. And I think that's better. I think saying and is not great as we just go pog. And then you have the next thought. It's wonderful. We had some wonderful times digging holes though, which is gonna, I think soon there'll be another one. If Minecraft ever releases a new update. I think that's good. What is that curse? There's a lot of cursed things happening in chat right now, audio podcast listeners. If you want to be joining the fun and the crazy things happening, please watch live on our Discord. Links in probably the descriptions of all our videos on YouTube. Would be the best way to find that. I would dig holes and stuff, and we talk about the randomest things, or like sometimes chat would go on crazy rants about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I'd be like, I know nothing about this, but I'm glad you're all having a good time. I'm just gonna dig quietly as you all talk and chat, and those are the good old days. The good old days, they'll come back. I'll learn how to talk. I think me getting out more will help me talk more, because you know I can go to the store and be accosted by people more and accosted my stuff. God, okay. All right, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Vessel. Vessel, before going back in lore, my last SMP I ever was on was a thing called Vessel, and it was a great time. There was some shit that happened, but we're not gonna talk about that. We had cults. We had the Pufferfish Parish. We had Claudia, and we had I forgot my own cult, Salmon Utopia. If you like anything besides salmon in Minecraft, you're crazy because cods don't give you as much food. Pufferfish literally make you sick. But you salmon are the best food, and we support unions. Can you tell what cult I was in? Salmon Utopia is a great place, fun time. Claudia was a religious movement made by one of my mods. Bless to one's soul. And then Pufferfish Paris made by a guy named Liquid Go. It was really just a bowling alley. Oh, we really need to have you remake that. They really need to remake that bowling alley because we could totally make it real. It's a tax haven. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. Probably gonna have Vessel 2 be a thing. Just gotta keep thinking about what to do. It's been long enough. Yeah, but no, I miss that place a lot. I made a lot of big dumb farms. I made a purple and orange slime farm that was like an arena. It was going to be an arena fighting thing, but it never happened, where you just like got thrown in with swords, and like there was a bunch of random dispensers all set up to like try and have it so you just have a basic sword, but if you have a dispenser, you might get poisoned, you might get like another sword to help you fight the slimes, and it was all going to be like this arena where the more slime balls you collected, the more points you got towards some random shit, and it was going to be really fun. But never happened. Yep, there was a giant pumpkin melon farm in the sky that was way too big. It was like 6 chunks wide and like 10 chunks long. You had to stand in the middle of it to load everything. It was fun. Pumpkin melon towers are a lot better than a big long slab of it though. So, but yeah, I want to. If you're a part of my community, this is more for you. Part of the podcast for you. We're gonna have when the new Minecraft update happens, we're gonna have some sort of SMP happen. So we're gonna force slow it. So we're not gonna have the Ender Dragon destroyed in 2 days. It'll probably be like a 2-week, 3-week cycle where we do a bunch of stuff and have a bunch of challenges and optional challenges and stuff like that. And because it'll try to keep everyone active on the server, and then after 3 weeks, I'm gonna try to have like a weekly game show on the server, stuff like that. Try to just bring reasons for people to keep playing, because open-ended Minecraft's a lot of fun, but if you're not the type of person not the type of person that would, understand what to do in Minecraft because it's so open-ended, having, some fun stuff in the server is always good. What are you talking about? Bissell will probably be on the server. He'll kill that sucker in like an hour and a half. He won't kill the Ender Dragon. He'll skip the Ender Dragon. He'll kill withers, just farm withers all day and have beacons everywhere. So, but we're gonna have some fun stuff. I'm gonna have some weird wonky rules. Like we're gonna make it so you can insta mine D-Slate. I have no idea if that's a thing you can do. I'm sure you can. You can go in the NFT tags and reduce the hardness of something. It's like the opposite of giving something Viagra. You give it a softener. What am I talking about? This is wild. I don't know. I'm having a wild time. That's the whole plan. A bunch of stuff in Minecraft. I don't know what else I'm playing. I'm playing a lot of. I'm excited for this summer. The summer is gonna be wild. For games, I love games. If you didn't know, I want Final Fantasy XIV's update to come out in this summer, but Destiny 2's also coming out this summer, and also a bunch of other stuff's coming out this summer. For Final Fantasy nerds, the leveling earrings came out in this last patch, which means they're gonna give us the pre-order soon. TM. So that'll be fun. Also, Elden Ring DLC comes out this summer. If you're not an Elden Ring fan, if you never play Souls games, play Elden Ring. It's fun. Just don't get discouraged when you get walked all over by a boss for some reason. Just go somewhere else. So that's the big thing with Elden Ring versus other Dark Souls games. It's you gotta walk somewhere else. Don't bang your head against a boss for 12 hours. Just leave. Just move on. Just go somewhere else. You're not supposed to be here right now. When I played Elden Ring, I said that so much. I'm not supposed to be here right now. And I just ran away. It was great. No. Anyway, I think, guys, I'm gonna end this fireside chat about 30 minutes. Me and Jodo with talking can usually go an hour. So let's wrap it at 30 for one person. You don't need to hear me monologue for a whole hour. I'm not that important of a person. I don't have that much like pride, if you want a good idle game, a time killer, get Gorp. Get Gorp. Is it Gorp? How do you even say Gorp? And I don't know. It's an idle game a lot of people are playing. Also, reminder: Stardew Valley came out today. Yeah, I just don't know if I can. I don't know if I can monologue for an hour. I cannot. Norp. Get Norp. So, I haven't monologued in a long time, so it's I gotta practice my monologue arm. Yeah. You gotta realize it's okay to just talk about the same thing over and over. No one cares. No one cares at all. Yeah. I'm doing great. That's great. Thanks for encouraging me on this podcast I'm not supposed to talk to chat. I'm just supposed to talk. Talking to the void is hard, though. It's something like you don't know what to do. Like you just gotta like think about something and just start rambling. So it's kind of wild. I haven't done it in a long time. I still remember the first time I monologued like effectively was I hadn't really ever had over 10 viewers, I think, on Twitch. and I started digging sand. And so there was the sand theory for a while, because I would dig sand and talk, and people would come watch. People just like watching Minecrafters dig holes, which is why the whole dig hole thing happened. If you didn't know that, just because I was getting good views. That's a terrible way. That's a terrible way to say stuff, but it's true. I was digging holes. I got good viewership from it, and I was like, I can ramble and do this forever, and so I kept doing it, and I hated myself because Deep Slate happened, and then that's that. Why are there 5 of you in here as I'm monologuing? I don't know. That was wild. People came to look in my hole. People liked inspecting my hole. Some people found out they liked edging it, and then other people found out they liked helping dig. And that's important, because I hate squaring off a hole. So when you dig holes, you never make them perfectly square. It's really helpful to have people make sure they're perfectly square. I love that, because it's annoying. And then eventually when you get to Deep Slate, if Deep Slate's not insta-mineable, you TNT that shit to the ground. You don't dig that. All your motivation just disappears. It's fine. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do. So we'll talk about this. I know my plans. We'll talk about my plans. Plan number 1, new Minecraft server when it launches. I'm gonna base with the idiot to my right. That way she doesn't have to go anywhere to send me a bunch of cats. Also, my other plan is for she's gonna build like Etho, which build the inside first, then the outside. I'm gonna build an underground utopia. That will maybe never get built, but my plan is to build something underground. So like my base is just like, we just cut like a slice out of the base, and that's where the hole is. So there's a whole bunch of stuff already there, just a bunch of like mole hole. Like it will look like an ant terrarium or something. Was that what that is? A terrarium? Where it's just a slice of a bunch of mining holes and stuff. That's really well decorated, because Riz will do it. Smiles. Haha. But it's a hole with a roof. Yes. We call that a mob spawner. So it never finished on Pleasant Junction, but when I built my last hole, built is a strong word. I was going to put I had a single chunk starter base that I was going to replicate and size it up in the hole, but I never got finished because ADHD is a bitch, and you just kind of stop. You stop building things halfway. It drives me. No, all right, new rant. We're not stopping. There's new rant. ADHD sucks, because you get so passionate about things, and then just it's like someone just pulls the rug out from you, and you just stop caring. You're just like, that's weird. I don't care anymore. I hate it. I hate having finished projects. Whew. I had to drink water. I was gonna cough. I remember keyboards. I still love the idea of building keyboards, but boy, did that get technical, and my brain just is like, I have no reason to build a keyboard, so I haven't done it in the longest time, and I miss it. But I'm not gonna just build another keyboard. I have no reason to. Maybe now that I live with Janny, I'll build him a keyboard. I don't know. I need a new keyboard. Well, I don't know. I'll build it at price and send it to you. I build keyboards. Hey, if you're listening to this podcast and you want a custom keyboard, I'll do it at cost. It's gonna be expensive, but it will be at cost. I won't charge you a cent for my time, because I just want to do it. That's fine. It's still gonna cost like $200, because custom keyboards are expensive if you do them at cost. The cheap one that's in a box up there I built for like $20 is really like $60. It's a $20 shitty Amazon keyboard that has cheap Chinese switches in it and a bunch of random foam. It sounds okay. But if I'm going to build you a keyboard, probably not going to use cheap Chinese switches. We're going to use some good stuff, and we're going to get good products. So you don't have what happens to me with my W key. I need to replace that. You know what's wonderful? Everyone should get a custom keyboard. We're going to this rant now. And I'm not saying this because I'll make it. If you don't want me to make it, get a keyboard that you can take apart. Not get stuff that's not soldered to a board that you can just go boop boop and switch it in and out. Because then when you know, like I don't know, the W key stops working, you don't go, oh, well, I gotta throw this whole thing out. No, you just switch the W key. Oh, your key's double typing? Is it a specific key? Is it the entire board? Is it a cluster of the board? It's probably because your wires got a little messed up. Just fix it. You don't have to get a new one. You just fix your stuff. It's like a car. You don't get a new car when, something goes weird. You just fix it. Just fix it. You don't have to... Solder is the worst because it makes it unfixable. It's like, we don't like it when people solder RAM to motherboards. Why do we care that people solder keys to keyboards? You could just fix it. I don't know what to tell you. Just get a custom keyboard. You can get cheap ones for like $20. They sound awful. They have the blue switches in them that go, but then when you got 20 more bucks, you can get a bunch of cheap Chinese ones. Switch them all out. It's great. It's amazing. I love it. Just don't. Just. Whoo. Huh. I wasn't expecting any rants today, but this is where we're at. I'm just a crazy person talking, and then randomly, I will shit talk blue switches because you have no respect for anyone else in the room. Like you have no respect for your neighbors. Blue switches are the loudest pieces of shit in the world. They go, and then everyone hates you. Everyone. And if they don't say it, they hate. I don't really hate you, but if they hear your keyboard, they hate you. I've never heard your keyboard because you probably have a really good mic. But anyway, I just don't like blue switches. They're crunchy in sound and press. I have decided. I am a linear boy. I like linear switches. You can't have the haters over the sound of my blue switches, bro. You can't. You don't know me. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Keyboards. I also ADHD also has a random effect where you can just go on become I call it trying to become an expert in a day. And maybe for that day you become an expert, but you can't retain that amount of information. Like, as aside of keyboards, I went down I don't even remember I was trying to look at I wanted to make my own keyboard. Part of this idea, I had an idea to make my own keyboard, right? I found out you can get cheap boards for $3 a board. Thank you, Chinese factories, right? And you can get them all do it. You can get everything it gets up to $6 a board if you want them to have generic programming. But part of me is I want to get some fancy stuff. Let's learn how to use an Arduino. And so, without having or owning an Arduino, I started diving into wiring and how wiring works and how programming a little Arduino works, little Arduino boards. And I went way down that rabbit hole, and I think I understand how to do it in a whole day, but I don't know if I still do. It's I don't know. It's just look at the program and do what it says. You want to do something? Tell it to do it in its own language, and you can do it. And I'm like, okay. I understand concepts, but I don't understand inner workings of BS like that. I don't know. I can do it. But I'll never look at it again because I deep dived into it, and then now I'd have to get hooked into it again. I don't know. You want a keyboard, dear? Can I build you a keyboard, dear? Okay, we'll do it when we have money and have a cat. That's first things first. It is priority. We have half a cat. You want your own cat, dear, and you know it. A cat board. Yes. Build the cat a keyboard. I will. I need to actually get switches for I have a 75% keyboard that I thought had switches that would work for it, but didn't. So I need to get some I need to get more Chinese cheap switches. Because believe it or not, here's some of you know, there are multiple types of switches. There are three prong switches and there are 5 prong switches. Funny thing about the 5-prong switches, you can take 2 of the legs off and they work perfectly fine in the 3-prong switches. But some of the cheap Chinese boards don't have enough space in them, so you have to get the cheap Chinese knockoffs of things that will fit into the holes. And it's like, because you know, if the piece of metal's too big to go in the hole, it don't fit, and then it makes it so the board can't be used, and you're sad. But that's how it be. I know these things now. And I did them. I made my own mistakes instead of other people's mistakes. Did I spend my own money doing it? No, I spent Riz's money because she's kind. No, but you know, I made these mistakes, you know, on cheap things, so it didn't matter. It wasn't like I spent hundreds of dollar mistakes. It was like a $10 mistake, and so that's how you find out stuff. You test. You get a bunch of little test switches. You see if they fit, and they don't fit, and you're like, well, guess I'll stall this project till I have enough money to put switches in a board. I know now. I won't mess it up on someone else's. This shows you how serious I was. I was really serious to actually start making keyboards, but like that also requires like putting yourself out on the internet, and that's wild. Doing that's an idea. So, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, and that's why no, I will never go on Temu. Temu's a terrible. I don't know. It's not terrible. I was actually looking when I was looking at like at cheap keyboard stuff. I was looking on the wholesaler Chinese website. I forget what it's called, where it's like you just can look up factories and get like estimates and stuff. And it was like I almost called a Chinese factory one day. And I was just like, I had like my social anxiety like right towards the end flared up, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do. What am I doing? I want like 10 boards. Can I get like 10 for like $25? I'll get like pieces of green plastic and that's it. It would have been a learning experience, but I didn't want to do it. I don't know. Someday I'll be wild and actually call them. I forgot what it's called. What's that website called? There's a website where like it's like Chinese Amazon, except it's not. It's Alibaba. That's what it was. I was looking there. Not AliExpress, but it was Alibaba, because I know they own AliExpress and Alibaba are owned by the same people, but like one's meant for manufacturing stuff and not just like whatever we have left over in the factory. So, yeah, what keyboard did you get? We're talking about keyboards now on this. This is a keyboard podcast where we only talk about keyboards. Let's talk about the blue mechanical switches. Purples are now blues. Bye. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I don't know. That's actually 50 minutes. I'm done. Thank you for watching the podcast. If you want to support us on Patreon, you can be one of our 3 supporters. Schism Snoops and a guy named Keith. That you'd be cool and support them and have the Stage of Grief. This podcast will be available tomorrow this podcast is also available on YouTube and on Spotify. All this one might just be on YouTube. I am Rage Cuppy. Wes is not here. I'm also known as Aaron. We'll be here maybe next week, maybe not. I don't know what's going on with the schedules. If I'm here next week and Wes isn't, we'll have a guest. I don't know. Maybe we'll get Liquid Ego on here. You're here every week. Thanks for watching the Young Right podcast. Bye-bye.